In the frozen heart of Siberia, where temperatures plunge beyond human endurance, life finds a way. 400 kilometers from civilization, one old Caucasian woman has survived alone for over 6 decades.
Her name is Anya Mikhailovna, a Sakha elder whose hands have worked this land for 90 years.
90 winters have carved deep wisdom into her weathered face, but her spirit remains unbroken.
1,000 snow sheep depend on this old woman, a legacy passed down through generations of herders.
Every morning before sunrise, the old woman counts every animal, knowing each one by heart and name.
Inside her cabin, every object tells a story of this old woman's survival, loss, and determination.
But this winter feels different. The old woman's ancient bones sense danger approaching her flock.
Deep in the forest, hungry eyes have been watching this old woman's sheep, waiting to strike.
8 wolves, driven mad by hunger, move silently through the frozen birch forest tonight. The alpha, a massive gray male, has led his pack through 12 brutal Siberian winters. From the ridge, 1,000 sheep represent survival, guarded only by one frail old woman.
Borya, her 14-year-old Yakutian Laika, senses the danger before the old woman hears anything.
Without hesitation, the 90-year-old woman prepares to face whatever waits in the darkness outside.
The old woman steps into 52 degrees below zero, where exposed skin freezes in under a minute.
The panicked bleating confirms this old woman's worst fears about what lurks in the darkness.
2 glowing eyes appear at the edge of the old woman's lantern light. Then 2 more. Then 4.
In seconds, the old woman realizes the terrible truth. The entire pack has surrounded her position.
Fear floods her ancient veins, but retreating means this old woman abandons everything she loves.
The wolves circle the wooden fence, their intelligence seeking any gap or weakness to exploit.
This old woman's only weapon is a wooden herding pole, the same tool her grandmother once used.
This old woman has protected these sheep for 70 years. She will not fail them tonight.
The alpha strikes first, 200 pounds of muscle against wood and one frail old woman.
With strength born of desperation, the old woman swings and strikes the massive predator directly. The alpha stumbles back, surprised by fierce resistance from such a small, frail old woman.
The old woman screams ancient words her ancestors used to drive predators away for centuries.
The pack adapts instantly, attacking from multiple directions to overwhelm the old woman's defense. The fence gives way, and through the gap, a wolf surges toward the old woman's terrified sheep.
Yellow eyes meet the old woman's dark eyes, hot breath on her weathered face, teeth snapping.
60 years of survival instinct guide this old woman as she forces the pole into the wolf's maw. Faithful Borya, though old and slow himself, launches at a wolf to protect his old woman master. The old woman watches helplessly as her loyal companion fights his wild and powerful ancestor.
This old woman remembers fire, humanity's oldest weapon against darkness and its predators within.
Flames arc through frozen air as the old woman wields fire against the circling predators. For a moment, the pack hesitates, their primal fear of the old woman's flames taking hold. But the alpha howls,
and the pack's desperate hunger proves stronger than fear of fire.
3 wolves charge at once, and this old woman knows this may be her final stand.
The old woman falls beneath the weight, teeth tearing at reindeer fur her hands once sewed.
Traditional Saka clothing, 7 layers thick, stops the fangs from reaching the old woman's flesh.
Her grandmother's knife, carried by this old woman for 7th years, fulfills its ultimate purpose.
Ancient steel bites wolf flesh as the old woman drives her grandmother's blade deep.
Somehow, impossibly, the 90-year-old woman rises again to continue her desperate fight.
The pack has paid a price for underestimating this fierce, determined old woman tonight. On the horizon, first gray light of dawn offers hope of survival for the exhausted old woman.
For one frozen moment, the wolf regards this old woman, and something like respect passes between. The alpha turns away first, defeated not by strength but by this old woman's unbreakable will.
Dawn reveals the battlefield where one frail old woman held against nature's fiercest killers.
The old woman's first thought is for Boria, who gave everything.
The old dog lives, and his tail wags weakly at the sound of his old woman master's voice.
The old woman counts once, tries 3 times. All 1,000 sheep survived the attack.
These old hands, which have delivered lambs for 70 years, tonight became weapons of war.
The 50-meter walk back to her cabin feels like the longest journey of this old woman's life.
Inside at last, the old woman's body simply stops, refusing to move one single muscle more.
The old woman wakes to pain everywhere, but her hands and feet still obey her commands.
Purple bruises and deep scratches cover the old woman's thin arms, but no bones were broken. Before treating herself, this old woman tends to Boria, using medicines her mother once taught.
Despite everything, this old woman knows the routines of survival must continue without pause.
The sheep still need her, and no amount of pain could keep this old woman from her duty.
The animals press close, and the old woman believes they understand what she sacrificed for them.
With trembling hands that still ache, this old woman begins rebuilding what wolves destroyed.
Day by day, the old woman rebuilds the fence, this time stronger than it ever was before.
The old woman cleans her grandmother's blade with reverence, honoring the ancestors who forged it.
Now the old woman sleeps in shifts, always watching, knowing wolves may one day return.
The pack passes through the valley but keeps its distance, remembering the fierce old woman.
For the first time in weeks, something like peace settles over the old woman's frozen valley.
Spring comes slowly to Yakutia, and the old woman has survived yet another brutal winter.
Lambing season brings new life, and this old woman's experienced hands guide each precious birth.
The flock this old woman saved now numbers over 1,100, her legacy growing daily.
Word of the old woman's survival has spread, and for the first time in years, visitors come.
Are you comfortable with the attention?
Not really, I just did my job.
The old woman dislikes the attention, insisting she did only what any shepherd would have done.
The old woman's story captures hearts across Russia,
and then spreads throughout the world.
Letters arrive from strangers across the globe, thanking this old woman for inspiring their courage. Each letter moves the old woman deeply, though she still does not understand all the attention.
Her great-niece Sargilana arrives, ready to learn the ancient ways from the legendary old woman.
Everything this old woman knows, 70 years of wisdom, she now passes to the next generation.
The old woman and young woman walk together, the chain of knowledge gaining a new link.
The knife that saved the old woman's life will one day belong to Sargilana when time comes.
The old woman's legacy, which began before memory, will continue long after she is gone.
Winter returns to Yakutia, and the old woman prepares to face the frozen darkness once again.
This year, the old woman does not work alone. Young hands help prepare for whatever comes.
The wolves still roam these forests, and the old woman knows they will return when hunger calls.
But fear no longer lives in this old woman's heart. She has faced death and did not yield.
The old woman watches with pride as Sargilana learns the vigilance that has kept her alive.
Old Boria, scarred but unbroken like his old woman master, still takes his post every night.
Against infinite Siberian darkness, this old woman's small light burns with stubborn ancient fire.
1,000 lives rest peacefully under the old woman's watch, safe from the wolves outside. The old woman speaks the blessings her grandmother taught, words connecting her to all ancestors.
Each sunrise is a gift, and this old woman knows every day of survival is a victory.
At 90 years old, this old woman has proven that courage knows no age and no limit.
The cycle continues, as it has for thousands of years, watched over by this old woman.
In Yakutia, where cold kills and wolves hunt, legends like this old woman still walk the earth.
This is the true spirit of the human heart. One old woman